What is going on in America today? Good morning. This is Kelly Nash. Welcome to the National Briefing. We're going to go ahead and update you on waste, fraud, abuse. I know you don't have a lot of confidence in the federal government. I know that because there's a new survey from Cato Institute. The average American says that the federal government is wasting 59 cents of every tax dollar. 59 cents goes to waste, according to the Americans. And I have no data that would make me believe that you're not maybe even underestimating that. And this is nothing new. If you go back, they've been doing this survey since 1979. The best year ever was 1986, where Americans under Ronald Reagan's leadership thought we were only wasting 38 cents out of every dollar. I don't even know. Oh, I mean, I guess that would explain the federal debt, wouldn't it? If you're wasting basically 40 cents on the dollar, you're just wasting it. Yeah, that would get you some federal debt. If you're wasting 60 cents on the dollar, you get a bigger debt. That's called 37 trillion in debt. All right. We need some major fixages. Major fixages. And you know what? The first program I think we should attack, or one of them that we are going to attack, is SNAP. And with that, I have a new SNAP theme update. We're going to attack SNAP. Yeah, front to back. And we're going to do it with Donald Trump, who's got the power, because right now it is getting kind of heavy. According to the data right now in America, and again, it changes from state to state, but the average American, 40% of us are obese. If you go to the average SNAP beneficiary, it's 72%. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then you compound that with obesity rates lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, all those extra medical costs you have to pick up. We got to fix SNAP. Now, Brooke Rollins is the agriculture secretary. She is the one who's in charge of this program, and she says we've done a survey, and the survey did not come back as encouraging as we had hoped.
29 states, mostly the red states, responded with their data sets. The number is closer to 186,000 deceased are receiving a check. 500,000 are getting two. But here's the really stunning thing. This is just data from those 29 mostly red states. Can you imagine when we get our hands on the blue state data, what we're going to find? It's going to give us a platform and a trajectory to fundamentally rebuild this program, have everyone reapply for their benefit, make sure that everyone that's taking a taxpayer-funded benefit through SNAP or food stamps, that they literally are vulnerable and they can't survive without it.
So again, 21 blue states ignored the federal government, didn't participate in the survey, didn't want them to see our data, blah, blah, blah. So we assume, again, that in the blue states, the corruption will be higher. Otherwise, you would have submitted your data. But just based off the red states, we've got 500,000 pieces of monkey crap in this country that are double dipping. There's no way you don't know that you're double dipping. So you hopefully will end up at least for a week in a federal prison, and it's not a pleasant experience. I'm not saying we're going to send you down to El Salvador. We're not going to shave your head and put you in with the face tat guys. But a week in a federal prison would make you reconsider your life choices. We also have 186,000 dead people, again, just in the 29 red states, receiving SNAP benefits. Average SNAP benefit paid out in America is $187 a month. That's the average because you can be working and still get SNAP benefits. So it lowers the amount of SNAP benefits you'd get, so on and so forth. Let's round it up to $200. We're now talking, if again, these are just individuals. We don't know if these people are, I would assume that there are plenty of them that are saying that they're head of family household who haven't worked in decades. What kind of head of a household are you? But anyway, I mean, if you start talking about I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 kids, obviously the benefits go up, 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 up. But if we just keep it at $200 average, you're talking about $140 million being wasted just there, just in those 29 states. We assume it'll rise probably more than double that once you get to the blue states. So her idea of we're going to make everyone reapply for their SNAP benefits, show us some sort of proof, is a fantastic idea and will eliminate a lot of that fraud. But that is not the only place where we have fraud. First off, we're going to get the people who need help some help. One of the other things that we're going to do is we're going to force you to work or volunteer. Perhaps you're not eligible to work for whatever reason. I don't want to speculate, but whatever reason. But you can at least go sit in an elderly, retirement home and volunteer to be nice to older people. You can do that. And your reward for that is you get to eat. You haven't worked, but now you volunteered to be nice to people in exchange for food. Now, the food that you're going to get, this is where my big proposal comes as this is me offering an olive branch, actually, to the libs. You want to grow government? I'm here for it. Let's grow government wisely, shall we? Let's end the SNAP benefits being accepted at any grocery store. I know the grocery stores are going to be ticked. They're going to say we get a lot of money from the SNAP benefits. You're not going to get it anymore. You're going to have to figure out how to make your money honestly because you have abused the programs as well. How do we know that? Well, I can just look at this little quick overview. This is just some of the highlights of the people ripping off SNAP. In Baltimore, 12 store owners arrested, charged with $16 million between the 12 store owners and SNAP benefits that they stole. In Cincinnati, one meat market, $3.5 million. In Fresno, one bakery, $5 million. Why would a bakery even bring in $5 million? And the way they're doing this is they're offering them a portion of the money for what the SNAP benefit is worth. Let's just say I have a $200 SNAP card in my hand. What if I give you $100 cash and you can go buy all the heroin and fentanyl you want? Well, they say, absolutely, that's a great deal. I want $100 worth of drugs. So they give you the SNAP food benefit, then you just give it back to the government, and then the government gives you the $200. You must have sold them $200 in food. That's why it's in your register, right? And these are just some of the highlights of the people that we've caught. Billions are being stolen this way. And that's nothing new either. If you actually go to the SNAP website, usda.gov/SNAP history, it will tell you that the first recipient of a SNAP benefit was in 1939. Her name was Mabel McFiggin in Rochester. Less than a half year later, the first retailer was arrested, Nick Salzano, in October of 1939 for doing this exact same scam. This scam is coming up on, it's 90 years old they've been running this scam. Since they launched the dang program, they've been running it. So to end that, we're only going to have government employees running government SNAP stores and government SNAP website. It'll be like Amazon on the SNAP website, except Bobby Kennedy has picked all the foods. So again, when you look at 70% of our people on SNAP are obese, we're going to do caloric amounts. So for example, women under the age of 30, your range is 2,000 to 2,400. The only way for you to get obese, I know a lot of people want to say, it's a thyroid problem. The hell it is. It's an over-caloric intake. I'm not saying that there's not a couple of isolated incidents in this country where people have got some sort of thyroid problem, but when I say overwhelming, I mean like 99% of obese people are obese because you eat too much and exercise too little. You don't burn off enough calories. 2,400 is the max for somebody under the age of 30 if you're a female. It's 3,000 if you're a man. If you're under the age of, if you're older than 30 and under 60, it's 2,200 for a woman, 2,800 for a guy. So at the SNAP store, we already know how old you are. So we're going to approve from the foods that Bobby Kennedy has selected, you can have as many different varieties of fruit, vegetables, fish, meats. It's all there waiting for you. It's not going to have you can't buy a case of soda or a case of cupcakes. That's not there. Snacks are for workers. Remember that old saying, coffee's for closers? Snacks are for workers. You earn a snack when you go to work. And for those of you who are like, well, no, I got to work 20 hours a week. Well, if you end up with a paying job that pays you for 20 hours worth of work for the week, you know what? I golf clap that, and you can take some of that money and go buy some cupcakes if that's what you're into. But we're not going to subsidize your obesity problem. That's how we're fixing the problem. That's my proposal. I throw that out there to Robert Kennedy. I throw that out there to the whole MAHA movement. Let's see if we can make America healthy again and stop wasting all this money on SNAP benefits.